So Daniel, let's start. Tell me what we have here.
This is the map editor. How many in here have seen this before? So a couple of people will know about this. But in the computer setup here, we have disabled editor because there is no button to get out of it. But this here, you can see if somebody did anybody play this map in the convention here? The same. Okay, never mind. It works like this. You have a big map, and then the map is divided into layers. Does anybody see the layers here? Like for each layer, you have a bunch of tiles that are ordered. And in each layer, you place boxes like this. And then when you play, you run around on the boxes. And that's how it works. And then you have takes some time, and then you sort of decide that these boxes are not good enough, so you add some like grass to them to make them look better. And
in case you want to play as a hamster, what do you do then?
Then you have a grass thing, and then when you feel like this map isn't fun enough, you decide that you want to go more towards the hamster route. You go with the hamster route. Now you have like a hamster deathmatch map instead.
So basically what is this? This is the editor for every single level, like what you physically see and what you physically play, right?
Yes. So this map specifically is part of the deathmatch mode, and we have a bunch of modes. We have deathmatch and challenge and capture the plug and bounty and survival. And these are all focused around either playing with a friend or playing a short session.
Yeah, okay. The hamster here, is that supposed to be an enemy, or are you supposed to be able to play that
It's
entity?
Well, we decided pretty early that we wanted all characters in the game to be playable. So all enemies and all are both players and enemies. So it doesn't really matter which one I pick. You can play as anything that we have in the game currently. And there are even like vehicles. I'm not sure if this will work, but let's hope. There are vehicles that are supposed to be yours, sort of going into the vehicle and using it. But a vehicle itself is also a character,
an actor.
An actor.
Yeah.
So you can use that as well, just solo, sort of, as a person.
So basically, it's an open system that you can play around with and basically almost create your own experience.
Yeah.
That is different from our official experience in the game. Would that be correct?
That would be correct. A large chunk of Cobalt is the map editor and the possibilities that it lie with it. So hopefully, part of our plan is to actually incorporate some form of integrated sharing of maps into the game, so that people who are making games can easily and quickly share them with everybody else who is also playing the game. So hopefully that should sort of give some incentives to people who want to create games, maps to do it.
Okay. So the main campaign then, the main world, what does that look like? Is that also the map editor, or are there some system to that?
Right. Now we're going into the adventure part. And the adventure part is one of our most ambitious sections of the map editor, because it contains many different sections. An adventure is basically a bunch of maps stringed together across the world with a global sort of setting for everything that ties everything together. The teams and the actors and the stories and the dialogue and everything. And currently it works like this. You have a map, basically. Let's do this. You start with a map, much like this one here. And you do some art, and you place some generators everywhere, like here, for example. We have a bunch of generic generators.
What's a generator?
It's a generator for an actor. So this little circle here, with some settings, has potentiality to spawn characters of any kind. And then you go into the world editor, this one here. And it has all the little maps you've made. So for example, this one here on the left, that's the map we were just looking at. And you place spheres of influence right now. And each sphere of influence is not specifically to one team, it's just a grouping of all the spheres, of all the generators. So once you have all these influences set, you create...
Sorry, what do you mean by teams? So
oh, right. Sorry. A team in Cobalt is a group that is allied to each other and will be friendly with each other. And they have a relationship to all the other teams. And using these influences, you can assign these generators to different teams. And the point about all this is that this adventure is a semi-open, sandboxy thing. So all these influence spheres can change ownership and change teams later throughout the adventure.
So it's basically like a classic RPG where you have factions, or?
It's a comparison that's certainly a viable one. Like for example, in this little cave over here, this cave has a boss right here.
So is this an official map, or is this a testing map?
This is a testing map. We're testing out all the features.
Yeah.
So this is basically a boss spawner, a boss and a leader tag. So whatever team is currently controlling this area can, if they want to, spawn a boss/leader there. And up here on the roof, we have a bunch of normal fighter spawns, for example. And then in the world editor, you can see that these spawns are within the same influence. So whoever controls this area has these spawns available to them.
Could we just start that map and see what it's like to run around in it?
Yes.
Just start there.
Let's see how it looks like. So this is basically the map we were looking at before, but now I'm spawned in it. And if we look to the right here, on the place where there was a boss spawner, we have a character.
Can you talk to it?
And I can talk to it. There's a save thing here and a little arrow. And if I talk to it, it can respond and say things to me. And I can have more options, more than one option, so I can say different things. For example, I can say, give me your gun, and I can say, give me your gun. And she gave me my gun, and she gave me her gun. So I'm very thankful, of course, and I should not shoot her, but I sort of feel I want to, so I do. But I feel bad about it, because she was very nice to me. So now I'm feeling a little bit guilty about this. And now all these characters up here from the same team, they are very depressed. They are like, my life has no direction. What will we do now? They're very sad, because the queen is dead, basically. And if we go over here to the left, you can see there are a couple of other characters that are very happy for some reason, because the queen is dead.
So they're basically the Republicans.
They're the Republicans. They're very celebrated.
Yeah, okay, cool. Where is all this controlled? I mean, where do you control what they're going to say and what kind of teams they have?
Yeah, let's look at that, how it works. So this is one of the most crazy editors. This is the adventure editor.
Wow.
And you can see there are a lot of little boxes here everywhere. And I'm probably going to have, can you sort of hold the mic, because I need my both hands. Okay, I'm moving over here. Yes.
I love playing surprised when I'm doing this interview.
Okay.
I know everything about this, but I'm trying to do my work.
Okay.
Is it convincing? Cool.
So
This looks really cool. What is this? Tell me about it.
like this node here at the center, this thing here, this is the root of the adventure, where everything starts. So it has a bunch of hooks here, and for example, when it starts, it goes to the action here, which is a starting of an intermission. So even when I'm playing the adventure, and I do play, and I do this and start it, this screen here with the red color is controlled by the adventure. So it doesn't automatically happen. You have to decide that you want an intermission with a text. which also means that you can trigger more missions whenever you feel like it, and do things to the adventure. So basically, you have the title here and the description here. And these two strings are automatically saved to a localized file, so you can potentially do support for different languages later if you feel like it.
So could we go ahead and try and change
Yes.
something like the team,
Let's
the
change-
character spawn or
Let's
something
change,
like that?
let's change something. For example, here. In the start here, we have a bunch of team influence setting triggers. And you can see here that this action here targets Trancopia, which is the world we were editing before. This world here. This is Trancopia. You can see it in the top right corner, the name of the world there. It claims influence for the Ice Queen team on the node loob, which is
almost like graphical programming.
which is this here. You can see the loob text, and you see the loob text in the middle. It's pretty small, but it's there. It's the core of the name of the influence zone here. So the Queen takes that one. The Republicans take the Republic node, and the players, like us who are playing, take the player node. So even the player who is spawning is dependent on this influence. So it's possible to make the player sort of not have anything in on spawn, and that's
Could you change something now?
yes. Let's change, for example, here is the player's team, and the player has.
I want to change the Republicans. I want to make them robots.
Okay, let's make them Republicans robots. Never mind that. Okay. So up here, somewhere in this mess of things, we have the Republican team, which is here. And they have a actor spawner here, which is a shroom cat. You can read it. I'm gonna go bigger. Do you see it's a shroom cat? Raise your hand. Okay, good. And you can change it to all the default, all the basic actor types, like for example a metal face. And you can change like settings for its generation. For example, they really have a number now, so let's like do a random one. Oh, sorry, never mind. This was probably the wrong one. This is a Republican. Sorry. I've sort of dimmed the lines so I don't really see them, but there are lines between the boxes which are currently very invisible. But here is the Republic agents, and they are the shroom cats. So let's make them the robots. Metal face.
Also, I want to change their emotions when they see the queen is dead.
All right, let's change their emotions. I think they're over here. So here is the dialogue tree for the Republican cats, which are no robots. And they have a check, which checks if the Ice Queen has living instances of her spawner. And the Ice Queen in this case is the actor spawner for the actual Ice Queen. So it's down here. And when it's true, when the actor Ice Queen exists, they say death to the Queen, and when it doesn't, they say yay, and they have a happy emotion, as you can see down here. We can make it a dancing emotion instead, like moving, and they would hopefully be dancing.
So let's try that.
Let's try that.
We don't have a lot of time. I want to leave some time for questions, so while we start this, we could just say, as you can see, the editor is very, very, very versatile, and that's what we're aiming for. We're aiming for people to be able to do everything that we do. Like when the game is out, the adventure that we created, we want you to be able to recreate it, to modify it, and to upload your own. Basically, we want people to get involved in making games. You know the passion part?
Yeah. I think there's a cliffhanger here, because the power cord, which was maybe gonna come, never arrived. Oh. Okay, so if we take questions now, and then we show what happened.
Okay, cool. So, questions. Should we do a line? Let's do a line. So, stand by the black box if you have a question. Yeah, if you have a question. Hopefully I'm going to be able to answer them. Well, Daniel is away, or maybe someone else can. So, the first question.
Is Cobalt friendly to modders? Say if you wanted that in your own actors or different or alter physics in the game, is it easy to manage?
Yeah, it is very easy to mod. In fact, I'm developing the engine, and I never see most of the stuff Daniel showed off right now. So yeah, you can do a lot of stuff that wasn't intended before. Okay. Yeah.
Why is that? What language?
Our game engine is called Daisy Moon because it was originally called Daisy, like in Oxide Daisy, and then we added Lua scripting to our engine. Lua means moon, so that's why it's Daisy Moon now. So the whole game is made in a scripting language called Lua, which makes it very easy to add your own scripts.
Next question.
So, is Cobalt using a ready-made engine, or did you make your own?
As Jens said, we made our own engine, Daisy. That's in C++. And then the game itself runs outside of the engine, sort of. It runs on Lua script. So yeah, it's our own stuff. But it's, yeah.
Because, for example, Valve has their own engine, source engine, but it's based on
Yeah, our engine, if you're interested, it's actually based on, like, I think it was 2003 or something?
It was yearly.
Yeah, yearly, but I'm thinking of the year.
There's little more left.
Yeah. In 2004, we picked up Irrlicht, I can't even say it. Is it a German word?
Yeah,
Will of the Wisp, okay. So that's a 3D engine. We basically most do 2D games, so we modified that and made it our own engine, and now there's not a lot of the original engine left.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Will it be possible to play it through Steam, or will it be downloaded on the site?
It will be downloadable through, or it is downloadable through the site. So it's probably not going to be available for Steam the coming years at least. Since, I mean, we're working with Mojang for the release of the game, so we're sort of doing it together with them, and they're not looking at Steam right now. So.
You just answered my question.
Awesome.
There will be a multiplayer, online multiplayer thing.
Who wants to answer that one?
But the question is then, if you're doing this, how to then profile it? Because now it's like you can name your character whatever you want. You didn't just have one name, or?
Do you want to answer the question, Tony?
Yeah, sure. Currently, there is no multiplayer plan for online at all. But if it ever happens, which you should not assume it will, the profiles would be bound to the Mojang account. So you would have the same way that you have a Minecraft username, probably. And the profiles that you create would probably be local ones.
Does the game run on Linux?
Tomo? Does it run on Linux?
Right now it runs, but it's the first tries. But yeah, it should run eventually after the Mac version. Hopefully, yeah.
What is the minimum RAM you need to run the game?
I think anything available on modern PC, so 2 gigabytes is okay. It's not so easy.
Oh, can you do that?
Why did we make?
The Republicans ninjas.
Yeah.
Because ninjas and Republicans are what? They're feudal, aren't they? They like the emperor in Japan, so they can't be Republican. Sorry?
We can change it.
Yeah, we can change it if you want to. Sure.
Can your dialogue choices influence your character?
Yes, that's the idea.
Will there be another option implemented in which you can alter the looks of your characters?
Yes. Well, it depends on what you mean. Well, there are in the game there are different armors that you can put on. You can change everything from like it's basically going shopping. You can choose your shoes, your armor, your helmets, your gloves, stuff like that. And right now they're not only visual. They actually have a function to them. But you can change the color of them, so you can have a quite unique look if you want to.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
No problem. So are we ready for the finale? I think because
Well-
we're running out of time. Did we have? When was this talk gonna end? Sorry. Do you know?
Next time, 25.
25. Perfect. Then we have time.
Yes.
So you have time to think about more questions while we start up the demo. Oh, perfect.
How will the armor be obtainable?
Sorry.
How will the armor be obtainable?
How it will be obtainable? It's up to you if it's your campaign, but in our campaign, I think it will be obtainable through shops, through missions that you make, or secrets that you find, things like that.
I can make a detailed answer there as well. Currently, we have one shop which is called the equipment booth, which is only a re-equipping booth. So all the things you have, all the different kinds of armors you have found, you can change between. But how you find them is like everything else. So you can find one piece in a cave and one piece through a dialogue choice, basically.
Are we back online?
Yes. Is the TV working? Good. Okay. See if something worked. Or if everything crashed. Hey, look at that. They are robots.
I want to see the emotion as well.
Yes. So now, since we haven't destroyed the queen, they are very angry with the queen. They want to have her destroyed. So they're running around saying after the monarch, basically. And
They are very persistent.
yes, and I can say something about the sort of the questing aspect of this game. And what we are approaching and we're trying to do here is not a game where it says, hello, you have a new quest, you need to kill the queen or whatever. Because to us that's presumptuous and it's like guiding the player through the HUD in a sort of absolutist way. We want to be able to just let the player understand what everybody wants, and we will also sort of log what they want, so that you will see in the corner or somewhere that, oh, the Republicans seem to want Queen dead, but it will not say that you should do it, or why you should do it, or that there is a reward, because the consequences are unknown to this. But let us do what they want, because why not? And the please explode is just a dialogue option that tells her to explode, and she does. And it's just a demonstration of the triggers from the different for the editor. And hopefully, oh right, never mind. The reason why this option is left here right now is because I had approached them before, and they had given me the options, and those options don't have a timeout. But that's a bug. But now they're happy. They're really, and this guy is dancing here. Instead of being happy, they're now dancing. So that's the change from the editor. And I hear somebody said they wanted to.
Yeah,
ninja
could we
system.
just do that real quick?
Yes.
And also throw in a chrono bomb in there somewhere.
Sure. Let's make them a ninja.
The queen should be a hamster.
The queen should be a hamster.
Yes.
Definitely. It makes sense.
Perfect. Sense.
Unfortunately, we don't have dolphins yet. But if we had, I would love to make it a dolphin. And as Kinten said, let's give us something fun to look at.
So, how many of you had played Cobalt before? Awesome. So you know about the slowdown thing. We just added a new grenade that's really fun. It's a slowdown grenade, the Chrono grenade, and it's just beautiful. I just wanted to show it.
Yeah. Let's add it.
And
Let's
it
add
also
it
makes it
easy
a
way.
bit darker.
All right, darker.
And add it to the grenade.
I'm adding it the easy way. I'm just adding it to the map.
Search it. Okay.
All right. Oh, all right. I can show you something about the editor. So if you're in the title sector here, you can search for things. So if I search for bomb, I get all the things that contain bomb in some way.
Very interesting lava bomb up there.
Yeah, so lava. I don't know why there is a bomb in there.
It's a hazard, I think.
But still.
Oh yeah. Okay, Chrono.
Chrono.
Let's do it.
Let's get a couple of them.
And darker.
All right. Sorry. I'm
Set the weather. Like really windy.
windy weather, dark, raining and snowing and
Thunder.
thunder and snow. It makes sense.
Perfect sense.
And then maybe we should add like.
Oh no, it's really dark.
Do you see
It's because
anything
of
at
the
all?
clouds.
Yeah.
The clouds make it dark.
Let's reduce the clouds a little bit.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Let's hope everything works. Because you never know when you're doing it live. All right, some bombs. Thank you. Go over here. And now they're ninjas. And it might be a little bit dark. But you can
They're
see.
ninjas.
You can
They're
see.
supposed to be invisible.
Yes,
That's
they are
perfect.
very hard to see, and that's I guess the point. So let's go and see if the Ice Queen is still in fact true or no. It's a huge hamster, and it's very curious
Why is it curious?
because hamsters are curious in nature.
All right.
So they sort of run around, and let's sort of push it over here. Come on, little hamster, let's go. Go, keep going. Aww.
Why aren't the ninjas doing anything?
They were supposed to kill her. But apparently I've destroyed something, but that's what happens. But let's do this instead.
So that's a Chrono grenade.
This is a chrono bomb, it makes everything around it go really slow. And it's a localized
Isn't it
effect.
beautiful? It's like fireworks.
This is the best kind of firework for like
Yeah, I would like that.
shuttle left off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Why didn't they kill her? That's a good question.
do we have any more questions? Jeb, do you have a question?
Yes. So, when is this released?
Passion. We don't have deadlines. No, but well, in my dreams, I hope. Well, dreams. That it's not impossible, but hopefully. Well, the alpha is out, so you can get the game right now as it is right now. I am hoping next year, before the summer, or the full game. But yeah. Oh, and we have a question there as well. But
Okay, I'm just kidding. You can pre-order the game, and when you pre-order, you will get access to what you see here, more or less. The current official version is 115, and this is 116. So you can get access to everything if you want.
But since you were so nice and came to our small room, if you come up and talk to us and give us your email, I will be happy to send you a gift code to the game.
I'm genuinely surprised because he didn't tell me, so he's a secret Santa.
Oh, we had some questions over there. Very excited.
Be thinking about a helmet, a Minecraft face as helmet.
Sorry, once again?
Minecraft hat as helmet.
A Minecraft hat as a helmet. We don't have the graphics for that, but we could add that. Yeah, sure. We could actually have a box for the head right now, but that would take some time, I guess.
It's possible.
I was wondering, what platforms do you think this game was kind of aimed towards releasing?
First, Windows, Linux, Mac OS.
in almost that order.
Sorry?
Windows, Mac, Linux. In that
Windows,
order.
Mac, Linux, in that order. We are hoping to bring it to some form of console. We'll see.
References to Minecraft in there.
Yeah, well, there is some graffiti with a crossed over creeper I made, but yeah, I should do some more. Definitely. Should put Notch in there somewhere. As the queen. Yep.
Maybe a hard question, but where would you like to see Cobalt go in the next 10 or maybe 20 years?
Wow, in a museum, I would be really happy to see it in an interactive museum in 10 or 20 years. What?
Oh, yeah. Happy Meals?
Yeah.
We can get a little Cobalt guy. No, but I would love if Cobalt made people who played interested in making games and making their own games and seeing it as their first experience of working with making games, I guess.
I would like to see somebody win a cosplay costume contest.
Oh yeah,
As Cobalt.
next year, hint.
Make it happen.
What would be the maximum size for a map in the map editor?
Do we have a maximum size right now?
Currently, it's, let's see, well, either if you want to go tall, you can have very tall, and you can have very huge. Let's see, that's pretty big. Oh, wait.
But I mean the maps tie together, so you sort of piece them together, so you can move from one map to the other fluently. So you can basically, I mean the experience, there's no real loading time between the maps, so the experience is still seamless, almost.
Almost.
It's like a PowerPoint slide.
Yeah.
When you move from one map to the other.
Or like a Mega Man boss room slide.
Oh yeah.
More like,
That's the reference.
so it sort of switches.
Back.
When will the Mac version be released?
Tomaso.
Yeah, so
Mañana, that's Spanish, sorry.
yeah, so what you were playing in the stands was the Mac backboard. So it works on Windows, and we're working on getting it to work on Mac. So the problem was the OpenGL. So yeah, it should be soon. I thought it would be available like today, but it had still some bugs. Yeah, so it's nearly there.
Do you recommend that you play it on a gamepad or keyboard, or is there no difference?
Sorry, say that again.
A gamepad or controller is a lot better in my opinion.
Yeah, well, if you want to play it with your friends on the same computer, you definitely need a gamepad. Currently, I used to have the record until this MineCon on one of the time trial maps, and that was made on the keyboard. So currently, I'm more preferable. I prefer the keyboard right now. Sorry.
I've only ever used.
Oh yeah, but for multiplayer, I sort of prefer gamepad, but it's up to everyone too. Yes, sir.
I also want to make a small warning for the wireless controllers. They come with a charger with a USB, but it doesn't transmit data. It's only for charging. So it won't work on PC unless you have one of the Windows dongles. So
I have a wireless receiver and wireless.
yeah, so you need a receiver. So just so you know, so you don't get disappointed by a wireless one.
I'm just curious, why are you so far away? I mean, we're all family here. At least I thought so. We had a question over here. Oh, this is nice.
It's a game that big PCs. So say if I used to get everything on my PC and I got a new PC,
Yes.
Yes.
We currently use the Mojang
Systems.
the Mojang account system. So you log in to the whole game is downloadable from the homepage without any sort of special access links. But you have to log in with your Mojang account. So any computer basically. Yes, there is a question right there.
Yeah, you made it sound like we plan to change that. No.
No, it's not.
No.
That's the way it is.
Or otherwise, Notch will, visit us in our sleep.
I'm just gonna show something here as well. Not on this map actually. Right.
Is there a panel after us, directly after us? Are we taking up time from someone? At 1 o'clock. Okay. Just check that.
Yeah, I'm just going to show something here. Some of you will know that, who have been playing with the map editor, that you can select or give multiple different options for actors for players in the map. And previously, before this version, it was really unusable because when you would want to change actor, you would pause the entire map and it would be a little menu and nobody would be able to play and it wouldn't be very useful. It was fun in theory, but it didn't work. So now in this version, we've made it so that when you spawn and have different options, your spawn point is selected first, and then you get to sort of pick between the available actors. And it works while everybody else is fighting, so you have just your little thing in the corner.
Can you show the nude Cobalt?
I can show, but
there he is.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Oh yeah.
And so these are currently different sort of armors for the guy or the girl. We don't really actually know the gender. So.
No, it's genderless actually.
We don't know.
Oh yeah, right. We don't know.
Well, each Cobalt could be a different gender. We have no idea. The brains come from random people
who have their memories wiped.
So they don't know either actually. So it's very confusing.
Yeah.
Here are the different armors. You have the regular one, which has been with us for the longest time, which is this one here. And then we have this one here, which is like the big, chunky one. And it's a little bit slower, and it's a bit more healthy, and it can survive things.
But all the different parts are different. Like you can mix and match whatever way you want.
And here is this more agile one.
I want to go ahead and give the word to some of the questions. We had some more questions. More questions.
Can you stealth in the game, like avoiding enemies or backstabbing?
Yeah, that's one thing that we really want to add, like sneaking and stuff like that, and avoiding alarms. Like some of these armor features, they are more noisy than than others. So we're planning on actually adding. Also, we're planning on adding cloak and stuff like that, so you can sort of build your own sneaky game within the game if you want to, or a challenge where you're supposed to break into a bank vault and steal all the loot and go buy yourself some fancy clothes or something. So yeah, sneaking definitely. Oh, compared to the A-team, I would say it's a 9 out of 10 on the A-team scale. That's an international scale for those of you who don't know that. It's the A-team scale. You can use it from now on. It's a 9 out of 10.
You were talking about this kind of sneaking stuff. Does that mean that each character will be able to build their own certain class as such?
Well, it's
in a way, and that's what I'm showing here. The classes, as the word, like the idea of a class in Cobalt is actually implemented through equipment. So this guy here has all the different equipment available to her, and you can change. So if you certainly want like some more sneaky feet, you can have a very sneaky foot. So it's sneakier. But the whole equipment, the whole rollout will still affect how noisy you are when you move. So you might have to have sneaky to be perfectly sneaky. And if you want to be just semi-sneaky, you can have sneaky armor or something like that. So I could show, I could switch the feet to big feet, and I could switch the head to...
add a microphone as well, just for fun.
Microphone?
Fancies. Yeah, a microphone.
Right. Yes. All right. I'm not.
I don't know if it works. We haven't seen it.
Well, it probably works, but we have no really sneaky armor right now. That's
but just to show the feedback to them. So this is one type of alarm that we added that can sort of
So here is like a microphones on the roof, and if you do very noisy things, like if you shoot, they will start looking at you and they will be suspicious. But right now, wait. Let's put them a bit closer.
You're too sneaky.
Yeah.
thing is, we rebalance how much noise you make when you move a while back.
Right. But
Yeah, there, you can see I'm sending off some sort of blue waves from my character there. And it goes to the alarm.
you can sort of connect that alarm to whatever you want. You can connect it to a hamster queen exploding if you want. If
So-
that's your cup of tea.
So currently, as you can see, the noise level is rather low. But it's going to have to be something that we look at more when we actually start working on content that is related to noise. But the system is already in place. It's just that we need to work on the balance of it. So you could conceive that right now I could have the most sneaky, because as long as I'm not standing right next to it, it doesn't hear me, for example. But while if I were using this one, maybe, could be heard over here, maybe, for example.
Yeah.
And the same goes basically for all the actors and enemies. They are also the same system of hearing, using the same system. Yeah.
More questions?
Can you describe Cobalt in one word?
Again?
Can you describe Cobalt in one word?
I can describe it in one word if I get to invent a new word.
Sneaky.
That's 3 words.
That's one word.
Super Mario Matrix. That's my word.
Yeah, it's what. Oh, Jens, what do you think?
Fun.
Tommaso, do you have a word? Code. Oh, say something.
Pasta.
It's whatever you want it to be. That's the point.
It can be pasta.
Inventive. Oh, inventive.
Sorry.
Trademark it. Okay, more questions. I'm sensing a question over here. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Have you ever,
Oh,
like,
I do.
while you've been developing this, have you ever had experience with really bad bugs?
If we've encountered bad bugs. Oh.
Like there have been bugs in all levels of game. I guess you can speak for some of the engine bugs if you feel like.
There's bugs at all the levels, so you can just change anything and have bugs. It's really simple. It's difficult to not have bugs. So yeah, like most often when I work on the engine, like you try to open the game, to run the game, and nothing happens. So yeah, that's the the ugliest bug you can have. Yeah.
And on one of the challenge maps, you can get so high speed that you fall straight through the roof. That's also one.
That's a feature.
It's
quantum physics.
Unpredictable.
Well, there's a bug actually. Like this line on the top and on the left is a bug. You want to see a bug?
Yeah. It's fully visible. You can see on the leftmost edge. There's a white little line right now at the top. And it appeared yesterday, I think, or maybe Friday.
I've seen it for a week.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
in the official sort of way.
I sort of choose the moment to tell them when.
Yes, but we're aware of it.
It's a variable.
It's not critical right now.
Question from Ebba.
Tell us more about the world.
Oh, the world, the story that we're making.
Where are we?
Oh, so I can just, real quick. Our story takes place on the world of Trancopia, which originally was a planet full of tree trunks, sentient tree trunks walking around. Now it's full of shrooms, so it walking around. So it makes sort of sense, the transcending, well.
So here, we are here.
Yeah, that's Trancopia. We actually built a galaxy editor as well, in case you wanted to add your own planets. I mean, obviously, passion. What can you do? So that's Trancopia.
This is the star field that you see behind your maps.
Yeah.
It's projected from the planet.
Well, the story behind this galaxy editor is that I asked Daniel to add stars, or better stars, that were sort of like, I talked about them more as a visual aspect. He built an editor for the whole galaxy. I mean, that's the kind of guy he is. So, Trancopia. Sorry? Yeah, you have your own planet that you run around on. And if you want to create a different planet for your adventure, you can do that. But...
Or a whole galaxy.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to be able to explain the story right now. You just have to play the game when it's released. I think you were first with the question.
Will there be a turn if the wolf gets near you, you will not slow down?
Oh, where you will not slow down? Yeah. If you remove the reaction enhancer, which is a plugin to the brain of Cobalt, he will not slow down. So you can do that right now if you want.
Yeah,
Let's show that.
Yeah.
So here is me. Oh wait, let's add something to actually be afraid of as well, so that I have something to be slowed down too.
So play
So
first with
this is the normal scenario. We have a robot, and he's not afraid of me at all. Okay, never mind. Let's do this. Let's give him a team. Usually works.
As you can see, we've been...
Wait. This is I'm also red. Doesn't work.
Change team. Get there. Language.
Right. There. I'm green. Hey. Hey. Oh,
Yeah, we've sort of been working on the factions the past couple of weeks, so it might not...
He's more afraid of me than he's sort of looking a little bit
The
annoyed.
answer is yes. You don't have to slow down all the time. It's a physical upgrade to the character that you can buy in the game or add to the character. Currently, we have it to all the characters through all the maps.
Is there?
We basically made it the default setting because the game becomes quite difficult without it.
I think somewhere around here was the question. Yeah.
Rename planets.
Yeah. Definitely. I'll show.
This is a sure way to fix it.
We don't really know what we're gonna do with that galaxy thing, but if you create your own adventure, definitely you can name your own planets. We had sort of an idea that the downloadable maps that you create are gonna be added. Like, well, this is just brainstorming right now. This is what we've talked about. It's probably not gonna happen, but if you add your own planet, the way you download it is you actually go into the galaxy and see other people's planets, and then you click on it and download it to your adventure.
So right now I have removed the enhancer, and now it's really hard. But now I have it back in, because when I respawn I get the default equipment.
Okay. Oh, there. Yeah.
So if you did have a lot of time around, you could create an entire galaxy with lots of factions.
That is hard to answer in a way, because currently the adventure editor is sort of the top file, and it can contain all these things, as you say, but since it's like one big system, it's hard to have 10 people work on the adventure at the same time, unless you're working on different maps. You can still work on different maps and different worlds, but the top sort of adventure editor is one file. So as long as somebody sort of takes responsibility for that part, everybody else could work on all the maps.
In the current state, I don't actually know this. Is the adventure locked to one planet?
No.
Okay. Cool.
In theory.
No. Cool. I'm happy with theory. Don't say these kind of things. They're too awesome not to add. Okay, we're gonna postpone the game until 2013. Thank you. If we could have a galactic event where planets collide.
Wow, that would be something.
See, this is what I'm working with.
You shouldn't say these things.
No. I think I had something.
No, it's just simulation or an entire level, maybe.
This is gonna happen now. I'm sure.
How many weapons or types of weapons will be available?
Right now,
how many weapons there are, basically? I think we have, let's count them. A boomerang, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
A lot of them. And there are also upgrades to them, and we might add more.
Yes.
Because it's fun adding weapons. Yes?
Since they're multiple planets, you should probably have spaceships for between them.
Yeah.
And if you do have that, make a Death Star, please.
Oh.
A Death Star. So you can destroy an entire planet. That's
That's another game.
It's a good one.
Let's make that in Cobalt 2. Death Star.
The one to the Galactic Wars.
Okay. Will there be a sniper?
A sniper? Like a sniper class or a sniper weapon? Sniper what?
Sniper weapon.
There are a couple of sniper-ish weapons, but there is nothing that is explicitly like this is the sniper weapon.
I would say the railgun with a scope upgrade.
Or the rail scout, basically, is like a lighter version. Like we have, I can place them here. Like we have this one, and this one, and this one, and basically this one.
No, not this.
But it's a sniper. In a way, it's a cute sniper. And this one, they all have scopes, which extends their like effective targeting range. Very good.
I was trying to do the awesome rendering. Yeah.
Don't do it.
Okay,
It's gonna crash.
Sorry.
So all these little guns here have the potentiality to have a scope. So when you add a scope to it, you get a sort of he took all the guns. It's okay. It's not gonna happen.
Okay. Snipery weapons are available
Run.
for your choosing.
Yeah, got it.
It's
So
like
here.
a buffet of weapons. I don't know why we're so warish, because we really like to make creative games. I guess
You
the
can-
creative part is you can make your own game within the game.
So you can see the little scope thing going on right now.
Can
I'm
you
looking
make
at it.
your own equipment?
Sorry?
Can you make your own equipment?
Make what?
Your own equipment?
Descriptions.
Equipment. Equipment. Sorry. The acoustics is sometimes a little bit weird here. He's dancing. Oh wait, she's dancing. I don't know.
Oh,
Equipment.
that's a question.
Not really, in the sense that equipment is all defined in the Lua as a bunch of things with functions and behavior. So you can't really make your own equipment. How this will work in the future, or if this will be moddable in some way, I can't answer it right now. But if there would be a way to make your own equipment, there would be mods. But let me say this: currently on the forums, people have made their own equipment, but it's not like it's not enough. It's not nothing. We can't really like recommend going that path because we don't really know how they did it. It's crazy. There are some very dedicated people who make fun stuff.
Yeah, oh, sorry. Last two questions, we have to run after that.
Isn't it more easy to edit things? You could just edit files or whatever, just use the script.
Yes, it is.
Next question.
Let me show you.
What?
Are you going to have destroyable terrain?
Destroyable terrain. Yeah, you can do that right now. You can just like click on a tile and tell the tile to be destroyable, and it's destroyable. And we have 2D physics in it, so if you make it destroyable, parts can fall down and crush the guys under because they're sort of physical. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Peter. Oh, yeah.
Can I get an autograph?
Of course, after the talk.
So if you destroy the terrain, could you make
Cobalt. Could you?
The Minecraft game where you sort of dig under people.
Yeah. I
Hold
think
on.
we actually didn't quite make that, but we made a sort of 2D platform Bomberman thing, just for fun. Okay.
Let's see if it works.
What did you do? Oh wow! You just made a new weapon. That's interesting. Wow.
And it uses a lot of ammo.
So this is how quick Lua is. You can really go in and work with it really quickly. That's why we use it. That's awesome. I want the weapon. Can I have it? Okay.
Now I have to add it.
Last
though.
words, Tommaso. Do you have any last words? What's your last words? Is this
Done. Sorry. Sorry.
Okay. Daniel, last words.
A little bit. But it's deflectable at least.
Last words.
Last words is, do you have any last words? Pasta.
Pasta.
It's a good last word. Yes, there's a last word here.
If I don't have to do out all this more, okay, launching rockets.
Yes, that would be fun.
Let's do that.
A rocket launchers shooting rockets.
Last word, yes.
For next time.
Thank you very much for coming.